Bill O'Reilly here. You are listening to the O'Reilly Update, sponsored by Tax Network USA, America's #1 choice for tax resolution. Please go to tnusa.com/bill or call 800-245-6000. Coming up next, the news with Mike Slater.
Thank you, Bill. It's Thursday, May 16th, 2024. Here's what's happening today in America. The debate is on. Assassination attempt, known gotaways, and remains found. That's all coming up. Then Bill's going to be here with your message of the day. But first, June 27th, September 10th. Will this really happen? Joe Biden said he will debate Donald Trump twice. Donald Trump responded, "Crooked Joe Biden is the worst debater I've ever faced. He can't put two sentences together." He ended his message with, "I would strongly recommend more than two debates and, for excitement purposes, a very large venue." Though Biden is supposedly afraid of crowds. That's only because he doesn't get them. "Just tell me when, I'll be there. Let's get ready to rumble." So Biden said no audience. Trump obviously wants an audience. Biden doesn't want RFK to be there. And Biden wants the microphones to turn off automatically after your allotted time is up. Huge risk for Biden. But when you're down by 7 in Michigan, you got to shake it up, take a risk. There was an assassination attempt on the Prime Minister of Slovakia. The Interior Minister said this assassination attempt was politically motivated, and the suspect made the decision to do it shortly after the presidential election. He was shot 5 times. A Freedom of Information Request Act, 13 years of known gotaways at the southern border. So we see them come across, but for whatever reason, we can't catch them. From 2010 to 2019, it was about 100,000 people a year, maybe 125,000 on average known gotaways. Then 2020, when Joe Biden took over, 136,000. Then 387,000. In 2022, 606,000. And last year, 670,000 known gotaways. Another way to look at it, in an entire decade under Obama and Trump, 1.4 million known gotaways. In the 3 years of Joe Biden's presidency, 1.6 million known gotaways. The remains of a 17-year-old soldier from Michigan who went missing in action during the Korean War has been found. This just after the remains of another 17-year-old soldier from Indiana had been identified. Both men were declared dead 3 years after they went missing. The remains of over 450 Americans who died in the Korean War have been identified. 450 returned to their families for burial with full military honors. Over 7,000 American soldiers remain unaccounted for from the Korean War. Welcome home, Thomas A. Smith and Richard Sellover. I'm Mike Slater from the podcast Politics by Faith. The great Bill O'Reilly, he has your message of the day. Next.
If you own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles and have an auto warranty about to expire or have no warranty at all, listen up. Car Shield has a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that's now available to the public. Save on out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. So please call Car Shield now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. 800-925-7584 for a free quote. Drivers who activate the vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. So please call for your free quote, 800-925-7584. 800-925-7584. Hey, what do you have to lose? 800-925-7584. Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day. On this Thursday, I have to say I was caught by surprise by President Biden's announcement he will debate Donald Trump twice before the election. I didn't think that Biden would do it or his people would allow him to do it. But the White House is in trouble. The Democrats know that. And this is an election turner, this debate. But it's not what it appears to be. So it's supposed to take place on June 27th, Thursday. CNN has it. First question, who's going to moderate this? CNN doesn't really have anybody who can do it. Wolf Blitzer, unless the moon is full and he turns into a real wolf man, he can't do it. The ladies on CNN, we've already seen Caitlin Collins lose control of an interview with Trump. The problem is that both Biden and Trump embellish, exaggerate, and downright lie at times. Here's the president.
No president's had the run we've had in terms of creating jobs and bringing down inflation. It was 9% when I came to office.
No, it wasn't. That's not true. It was 1.4%. That's a big difference. And Biden hasn't apologized or corrected it. And Donald Trump embellishes and exaggerates all the time. What are they going to interrupt the debate every 10 seconds when these guys don't tell the truth? Who's going to fact check it? And plus, they hate each other's guts. Who's going to control it? I'm Bill O'Reilly. I approve the message by writing it. You can reach me, Bill at BillO'Reilly.com, Bill at BillO'Reilly.com, name and town if you wish to opine. Here is the mail. We got Joe Sully, Sedona, Arizona. Love the show. I like Trump. In your opinion, how would he deal with inflation? The reason inflation is so painful for us, the consumer, is because the federal government under Biden is printing too much money and the federal government is spending too much money. When you put more dollars in circulation, okay, prices go up because the dollars aren't worth. There's too many of them. So Trump would have to stop much of the discretionary spending, and I think he would. Michael Pelt, Jacksonville, Florida. The national crime wave and general disrespect for law and order started after the George Floyd killing. Yes, it did. But it accelerated when the progressives got into the attorney general seats and the district attorney, and they wouldn't prosecute crimes. But you're right about the origin of it. Jerry Abjman, Salida, Colorado. When the government justice system overextends itself, why can't you appeal immediately to a higher court? Trump can afford his legal team, but everyday people will go bankrupt. That's right. If you're charged with a crime and you're convicted, it's going to cost you so much money to appeal it and all that. Very few Americans can do it. That's absolutely right. J. Keith Haynes, Anniston, Alabama. Bill, your analysis of the situation between Israel and the Palestinians is spot on. Thank you for being brave enough to actually state the truth. It's not bravery. It's my job. I don't feel particularly brave. I mean, I'm just doing what I have to do. In a moment, something you might not know. Everything is expensive these days. You know that. The government is printing trillions of dollars and consumer prices higher than ever. If the government continues its printing and spending, the dollar could continue its free fall. But there are a few things you can do right now. American Hartford Gold can show you how to protect your money, your retirement, your hard-earned savings against inflation by helping you diversify a portion of your portfolio into physical gold and silver. Start with a short phone call, and they can have physical gold and silver delivered right to your door or put inside your 401k or IRA. So please call or text them right now. Tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you. Call 877-444-GOLD, 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. Again, that's 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. Now the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. 36 years ago today, the Surgeon General of the United States declared cigarettes as addictive as heroin and cocaine. Despite the warning, the habit remains one of the biggest public health challenges in America. Here is the story. The government's fight against smoking began under President John F. Kennedy, who often smoked cigars. In 1962, JFK authorized the creation of a committee to investigate the harmful effects of tobacco. At the time, more than 50% of American adults were regular users, including my mother. The 400-page report concluded smokers are 15 times more likely to die from lung cancer than non-smokers. The feds mandated that all packages of cigarettes display a warning on the label. On May 16, 1988, Surgeon General C. Everett Koop released another report claiming tobacco was as addictive as illegal narcotics. Since then, smoking in America has been on the decline. Today, 15% of Americans smoke more than 5 cigarettes per day. Folks inhaling more than a pack a day have dropped significantly to below 10%. Despite the downturn, consuming tobacco remains a major medical problem. According to the CDC, cigarettes are the leading cause of preventable death in the USA. 500,000 people die from smoking-related illnesses every year. Tobacco use is responsible for 87% of lung cancer deaths, 79% of chronic pulmonary deaths, and 32% of coronary heart disease fatalities. And here's something else you might not know. Ex-smokers say the biggest factor in quitting isn't their health, it's their wallet. When JFK created the commission, a pack of Marlboros in New York City cost 25 cents. In 2024, that same pack of Marlboro cigarettes in New York City sell for $18. Back after this. Your safety is important, and I am happy to introduce you to Byrna, a self-defense solution that will help keep you and your family safe. Byrna offers a powerful non-lethal pistol with tear gas, pepper, irritants, and kinetic projectiles that disable attackers for 30 to 40 minutes. It's all legal in every state, and no background checks are required. And they ship directly to your door, very private. They are American-made in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and are trusted by U.S. government agencies and hundreds of police departments. If you are a gun owner, you need options. Avoid the complexities that come with taking a life and having to defend your freedom in court. And if you're adverse to firearms, Byrna is a good alternative solution. So please visit Byrna.com/Bill to receive a 10% discount. That's BYRNA.com/Bill. Stay safe with Byrna. Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.